Main aim of this program is we want to enable the farmers, especially the cacao and vanilla farmers in this road section, to bring out their produce. So give them accessibility to the market.
We focused on improving the road network, especially the rural roads that are connecting these farmers in deep rural area with markets. My name is Ali Said, as introduced by Amir. I am the program coordinator for EU STREIT program, in charge of coordinating the various program components and partners. Not only FAO, but as you know, it includes other 4 United Nations organizations and also other stakeholders that are implementing the program together with these UN organizations. So my responsibility is making sure that all these pieces, these various components come together and deliver the required impact. The program, as the name indicates, focuses on entrepreneurship, investment, and trade. The name itself is quite explanatory. So the overall program objective of the program is to make sure that the rural households, particularly in East and West Sepik, improve their livelihoods through agribusiness activities. Remember, the aim is to provide a whole package of interventions that would transform the rural subsistence form of production to a more business-oriented, so people can make money, can earn revenue, and improve their livelihoods. That is the ambition or the overall goal of the program. How do we do that? The program the design process took quite a long consultation processes. Consultations, as you may know, with national government bodies, consultations with the provincial bodies, and consultations with the local level stakeholders during the design. So 2 major components were identified. Number 1 is what we call the value chain development. You have gone around and seen some of the value chains. The 3 very important value chains identified are the cocoa value chain, the vanilla value chain, and the fisheries value chain. I will not get into the details of each because each, for example, fisheries has sub-chains. You have riverine fisheries, you have aquaculture, you have coastal fisheries. There are a lot more details. But these are the 3 main value chains. So development of these value chains to really increase production, productivity, and marketing and business was 1 component. Then you have the second component of the program. We call it value chain enablers. These are complementary interventions that are required to ensure that the value chains are well developed. This includes, number 1, rural infrastructure, roads. As you all know, nothing happens if you don't have means of transport. Whatever you produce may not be sold. You may not be able to get the inputs you need for production. So road infrastructure is fundamental to any transformation of any growth, economic and social.
My name is Serulo Waranaka, and I am an engineer with ILO, International Labour Organization, under the STREIT program. We are looking after the infrastructure works under STREIT, which is primarily a agriculture program. So we are under ILO, we are taking care of the infrastructure, and we are trying to build roads for the farmers, for the 3 value chains: vanilla, fisheries, and cacao. ILO, we did not select these roads. These roads are suggested to us from FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, which is the leading agency for STREIT program. So from FAO, most of the data they got is from the Department of Agriculture and Livestock, Provincial Department of Agriculture and Livestock. So from the data they got regarding the number of farmers, cacao and vanilla farmers. So from there, FAO gave us the roads, and then we do the contracts, and most of the contractors are local contractors with 2 outside contractors from the highlands. But it's a competitive bidding, so they have to go online and submit all their documents on an online portal. And then after that, our offices in Bangkok, Fiji, and Geneva, they do the final selection of the contractors and then award the contract, and then we just come and we supervise the work. There are 18 roads which we are doing currently under ILO. So this is one of the roads which we are doing. It's Nana Hatau in Ambunti, Drekikir, the district in Sepik. So the road is 14.5 kilometers long. Currently there are 2 programs right now. There is specific maintenance, which includes a contractor, and there's routine maintenance, which we employ local labor, which are just villagers here. So under the routine maintenance program, there is 1% for every 2 kilometers of the road. So basically, whenever there's vegetation clearance that needs to be done, or potholes or landslides, the routine maintenance folks, they come in and they take care of this. And for the general maintenance and upgrade of the road, that's where the contractor comes in. So the contractor for Nana Hatau is Lovely Brothers, which is a local contractor in Sepik. So the contract is around 1.9 million kina. And we started the contract was signed in January this year. So the contract duration is for 12 months. So by 2024, January, we should be able to complete this road. But even after the contractor is done, for routine maintenance, the program will still be ongoing. So with routine maintenance, there is around 1.1 million kina cash injection into the local economy for this particular area, which will help the locals. Like some of the local, we call them RMG workers, like with their monthly salary, they started doing small businesses. And basically the main aim of this program is we want to enable the farmers, especially the cacao and vanilla farmers in this road section, to bring out their produce. So give them accessibility to the market. Moreover, in addition to that, there's also Drekikir High School, which is just down by the road. So these people are also having access to this road, and teachers and other locals as well. So there's around 5,000 road users in this 14.5 kilometers of road, which are going to have access to market and services, education, and not just for our cacao and vanilla farmers.
Perhaps let me get back a bit into the integration of how all these pieces come together. I think I've mentioned a bit. For example, roads that are being built to places where we are training and capacitating cocoa producers. I hope you have seen that. Actually, the ILO is the lead on the roads. We, from the very design, inception of the roads, the ILO, FAO, UNCDF, all of us come together. Where would be the maximum gain from road investment? So we identify roads where vanilla, cocoa, and fishery products are situated. So it is linked.
The feedback so far is good, but the only thing they are asking us mostly is, are we going to seal the road off, which we won't do. We're only going to upgrade the road to a certain standard where it's sufficient for the next 2 to 3 years. So with the routine maintenance program, we hope that the provincial government keeps it running so the standard remains the same, so they can benefit from this and have access to the roads. But overall, the people are very happy. Like in some of the villages where we went, further in Maprik, it's called Taunages. Like even though they are so near to Maprik, like an hour and a half away, the villages, when we told them that we're going to do the road, they started crying, and they said, we know the government exists, but we haven't seen them in the last 40 years. And I think it's the same for here as well. The government give contracts, and the local contractors, they come and they don't do a really good job. And the road deteriorates after a month or two.
If there are supportive policies, if evidence is provided to government, that investment in, for example, road, cross-provincial road is key to the transformation, government will prioritize. There are always resource limitations. We are not assuming there is money for everything, but even within the limited budget, fiscus, government will prioritize things that would give the highest return. For example, the ILO has developed a road transport management system. It is an all system, computer-driven system where you see, what kind of road do we have, where are the gaps, and that would guide you. If we have budget for roads, where would be the return to invest on roads? Our COCOA, or fisheries information system, will provide data on production, marketing, prices, etc. So government can identify gaps and invest in the right interventions to improve fisheries, COCOA and vanilla. Let me end by acknowledging all this. As I made it very clear from the very beginning, we are not doing it alone or ourselves. It is being done with partners. Actually, the delivery is done by our partners. The partners at the local level, farmers, groups, the provincial departments and SMEs, together with the beneficiaries. For this, we were generously provided resources by the European Union. I think you know this, but I just want to mention that, acknowledge a very generous support the European Union provided for the STREIT program, for which we are immensely grateful. I think maybe this will give you a very general snapshot. This program is an ocean. It's a very, very big, so many components, but I hope I've given you some highlights on what we do, how we do, what we want to achieve, etc. Thank you very much.